During the winter months as a pet owner, it's really important to be mindful of the temperature that your animal is exposed to, just like it is in the summertime. It's not a one-size-fits-all. What's good for a husky isn't necessarily going to be good for a Chihuahua. We have to be mindful of the coat type, the dog type, but basic things that need to be met for an animal are care standards, and in the city of Arvada we have what's called minimum care standards. So here we need a shelter that provides them protection from the elements, so enclosed on 3 sides, some kind of flaps for the door. You could do straw, things of that sort in the shelter space. They need to have access to water. You need to be mindful of their exposure time. So as long as they have the access to the shelter, they can be outside, but they need that shelter to retreat to when it gets excessively cold. It's not illegal to keep your dog outside, just like it's not illegal to take your animal in a vehicle. We don't want you leaving your animal in the car because it's dangerous to their health. In the winter months, it's going to act as a refrigerator. It's going to make it really cold and keep the cold. It's not a suitable shelter just because of the temperature factor. Puppies have an added challenge of not being able to regulate their body temperature as well. It's important that you are not placing them outdoors as a punishment or potty training technique for an excessive amount of time because they can't regulate that body temperature. They could freeze. They will suffer for that, and that's not fair. There's a better way to go about it. Another thing that's important in the winter months with animals is to be mindful of what surface your animal is walking on when you're taking them out. We're talking mag chloride, we're talking de-icer, we're talking things that are very chemically heavy, that's hard on the pads of their sensitive feet. Something that you can do as a preventative option for your animals so that their feet don't sustain any injury from that is to wipe it off. It's that simple. Just getting the chemical off of there, dampen a towel, and just remove it from their feet. It is really important that we practice good leash law during the winter months as well. Oftentimes, water sources are going to become frozen over. You're playing with your dog in the park and there's a small pond nearby. You throw the ball too far and the dog runs out onto the ice. There's no way to know if that ice is thin until it's too late. I've seen animals succumb to that fate more than once, and it is a terrible way to go. So the most important thing you can do for your animal is to keep them on a leash to keep them safe. Keep them well tagged and ID'd, dog licenses, rabies, anything that says your name on it in case this does happen, and we can get them home to you safe. Outdoor cats. Cats are tough because in the city of Arvada we do not have a leash law for cats. If you are able to bring your outdoor animal inside, that's wonderful. If you're not, please provide them adequate shelter so that they don't freeze to death during these hard winter months. Another thing you can do to help outdoor cats is simply knocking on the hood of a vehicle before you start the engine, because a cat is going to seek the heat source coming off of the engine. They will crawl up under there, get warm, fall asleep. They're not going to know until it's too late sometimes. It's just a quick, easy way and a good habit to start. Animal management sees a lot of calls during both the heat of the summer and the cold of the winter regarding an animal's welfare, the state of their welfare being left outside or in a vehicle. We are always happy to go out and investigate those calls. The best way to contact animal management when it's something that requires an expedited response, even if it's the middle of the night, is to contact dispatch. And you can contact dispatch at 720-898-6900 and select option 1. They can send a patrol officer out there if animal management is not on duty. We are available 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. But with that, a patrol officer is happy to go out and check on the welfare of an animal too if the need comes up.